recent years, RISIS have moved on into developing affordable jewelry. Well, but it's like superb quality.
Yeah.
But connecting more towards our time in terms of style, in terms of messaging, and in terms of community relevance.
Yeah.
So perhaps I also know that we want to come here today because we invite you to join us today because your Peranakan collection has actually gotten quite a bit of attraction.
Yeah.
And we'd like to share more about it with us.
Yeah, sure. In fact, it's not only recently. In fact, this RISIS have been engaged to do a lot of like Asian culture kind of jewelry pieces, right? Particularly the Peranakan collection. Way back, I think before I know and I joined RISIS, right? So, but then not many people know that we possess or we design such pieces that is that kind of like resonate with the Asian culture, right? Many people still know us as an orchid jewelry company or orchid company, right? So, but then I think for the past 2 years, we have been pretty strong in the social media framework, right? And then we do a lot more advertisement and things like that. So I think a lot more people know that we actually make and design Peranakan collection as well as other Asian culture kind of collection as well. Yeah.
So the Peranakan collection, I can see that you're wearing a necklace here that is actually embodying, it's like a tile, a printable tile.
Yeah.
Can you like share with us a little bit more about what was the source of inspiration in this particular collection?
Yeah, our in-house designer took inspiration from the rich heritage of the Peranakan culture, right? Whereby we see, Peranakan, a lot of us know that they have very rich heritage, very colorful, right? So when we look at the Peranakan tiles, our designer really loved the architects, right? The architecture and things like that of the Peranakan tiles. So we reimagine and recreate the pieces into such a modern,
and I like it, like the insignia.
That's right. And we pair it with semi-precious stones. Like the one that I'm wearing now is with amethyst, right? And then we do have like topazes as well, right? And then with other garnets. So I think our Peranakan pieces has really go a long way. Since this was kind of like launched, we have launched this particular series, I think the third collection already, right? And it has kind of like going to be sold out pretty fast, and we are coming up with a new Peranakan collection in next year.
So there'll be a new selection for us to revel in, right?
Yeah.
We're looking forward to that.
Looking into probably plating it with other precious metal, could be black rhodium, right? So giving you some sneak peek as well into the new collection for next year.
Cool.
And other color stones as well.
Yeah. So for RISIS, from the start, I mean, with the orchids, it's been about preserving a part of nature. Okay? And now what you're doing with the Peranakan jewelry, inspired jewelry, is also in a way preserving a culture. Right?
Yeah.
So I mean, from my understanding, RISIS has a very strong, it feels an affinity with sustainability, whether it's from the fact of our mother nature or the community that we're in. Am I right to have that perception?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, sustainability is one of our core values that RISIS has, but not many people is aware, right? Maybe I can elaborate a little bit more. Take from the production manufacturing process wise, right? Our 24K gold bath and our other plating facility, it is actually zero cyanide, right? I'm not too sure whether a lot of you are aware that plating industry using cyanide chemical is very, very common because why? It's very easy to control, right? In terms of plating technology, the key is to control the plating consistency, right? So if that's why they use cyanide to kind of like make it easy, right? But then for us, we really want to take care of our employee and also the environment. So since the start of it, our owners take it very, very to the heart that we will not have cyanide in our gold plating, right? So that's why we make the gold bar from scratch. We don't buy off the shelf from
I see.
from a third party, like
Oh.
that make the chemical. So we buy the gold, the
Nuggets.
real gold, the gold nuggets, and then make into melt it and things like that, and then make it into a solution.
And I think because of that, right, I would assume that's probably the reason why your gold jewelry, gold plated jewelry are so durable, because it's basically you control quality from the beginning,
Yeah,
from
that's true.
source.
Yeah, but that is really quite hard too, because if it's a non-cyanide gold solution, it is actually very hard to control.
To
So,
quality. But you
yes.
managed that. I think that's something you've perfected. RISIS has perfected over the last decades, many decades, right?
That's true. And in terms of sustainability, another angle is also taking care of the environment. So we purify the air as well as the water by building treatment facility in our production yard.
So that whatever
Waste,
waste products that come from that process,
that's right.
it's being recycled into something that is
It's being treated.
It's being treated, I
Yeah.
see. So it's been treated so that it is
Toxic.
non-harmful
That's right. Not toxic to the environment.
to environment nor the people that is affected by it.
Yes. And
Excellent,
also,
that's applaudable.
that's right. And also, for some rejected pieces, because of our high QC, right? Any rejected pieces were not just, we don't throw away, right?
Okay.
We will recycle. So we will strip the gold, right? Recycle the gold, as well as melt the precious metal, the base material that's within it.
And
be
they
it
reuse
silver.
it again.
That's right.
I see. So I think I believe RISIS' commitment to sustainability is part of the company's ethos to,
For sure.
preserving the nature that's inspired all its creations actually.
Yeah.
It's like everything is a cycle, right?
Yes.
This is where they get the inspiration to build the brand, and from then it is the continued effort to preserve and protect
That's
that
right.
source.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Maureen.
No
Thank you
problem
very
at
much.
all. My pleasure.
Brand Kim Choo has a very strong foothold in the Peranakan culture and also the Peranakan community, right? Because I believe you're very active in the community, and your business is a multi-generation family business. Am I right?
Because for food itself, we are a third generation business.
Okay.
Then for Raymond Kim Choo, I started out branching off from the company in 2004. So we have a very short history for making kebayas, but because in Singapore there are really not many people doing customized kebayas from scratch with local people doing it. So over the years we are recognized by a lot of local people that if you want customized clothes or customized kebayas, you can actually come to Kim Choo for the embroidery.
So the embroideries and all the tailoring of your kebayas, are they with the local artisans and local weavers and the tailors?
Okay, most of our embroiderers are actually based in Indonesia.
I see.
So usually my in-house ready-made collection, I would actually design the kebayas, then they'll be made over there and brought back to Singapore. However, when our customers like certain unique designs that they want to be really very different, but yet they like the style of our embroidery, that's where we will custom it from scratch locally.
I
Because
see.
I will be doing either myself or not is my colleagues.
Yourself?
Yeah, I personally do kebaya embroideries also.
Wow, amazing. You actually embroider yourself.
Yeah, and I also part-time as a lecturer in LaSalle, teaching the new generation the art and craft of kebaya sulam. So hopefully in future they'll be inspired to use this technique not just on kebayas but also in their future endeavors, in their modern fashion collection, to make themselves to make the collection unique and different from others.
So tell me, Raymond, how do you come about with the brand called Raymond Kim Choo?
Okay,
What's the meaning?
because Kim Choo is my grandmother's name,
Yes.
Lee Kim Choo. Then Ruma means her room. So when you come into the room, you get to see all the Peranakan
The room of
antiques.
Grandma Kim Choo
Yeah.
has all those little Peranakan culture elements that in real life. I mean, your grandma is actually Peranakan, right?
My grandmother, she's Peranakan, but she has lived that era where she saw her maternal relative side uh, the beautiful part of the Peranakan culture in the pre-war days. And I personally feel that um, the 1910 kebayas, in that era, the kebayas are mostly all lace style. And I personally feel that those kind of kebayas are able to bring out the beauty of modern jewellery on the wearer, especially the wearing kebaya. So what happens is, 1910 kebaya actually don't focus on the silhouette. It just focus on extravagant laces used onto the blouse. So this time round, what I decided to do is, my collection would be using a lot of embroidery cut work with the nice body hugging form which many people envision what the kebaya should be. And these day series kebayas, the focus is they have lots of detailed embroidery cut work. So it may look like lace, but it's actually all embroidery, lace work, and cut work. And when you wear your jewellery, it gives you a modern feel that your jewellery becomes more outstanding. And then people will start to feel that, hey, your clothes are matching with the jewellery. I want people to feel that we belong to the modern generation. I want them to feel that kebayas can be worn not just traditionally, but also with a modern style.
Cool.
So, for example, you can wear the kebaya with a pair of modern-looking pants, a one-piece dress with a kebaya like a bolero jacket. Since the Singapore style Malay kebaya is usually on a shorter cutting, then using it like a bolero jacket would actually work very well. And because it's monochrome in colors, or at most two colors, for instance, when you wear your modern jewellery, there's no conflict. You can still show the beauty of the jewellery. So what I have here is a very unique kebaya that I've designed lately, and this kebaya, right, is inspired from the Cantonese traditional kwa, which a lot of people always think that the traditional kwa would always be all red with gold threads. However, if you look at your old mama's old photographs, you notice that the old Cantonese kwa for weddings would usually be a black top with lots of gold and red embroideries matched with a beautiful red skirt. So in this case, I designed this kebaya, all black top with phoenixes on top, and the embroideries on top are all geometric repeated 12 petal flowers. And I personally feel that such kebayas are very modern for the younger generation, because it's not like the usual traditional kebayas where it's all colorful flowers on top. And when such kebayas are matched with modern jewellery, like this Amral's earring, which has beautiful spikes on top, you notice that when you put it against the kebaya, it becomes very, very lively and realistic, where the spike seems to be moving all around as it's being worn onto the kebaya. And the spikes itself looks like the tip of a phoenix tail. So I personally like this collection matched together with this kebaya. Don't you like it?